Hello, it's May 18. I'm just going to give you a quick garden tour. Plants growing as usual here as far as flowers, sage. And this year we have, dwarf tomatoes for the first time by Tim. This here is new big dwarf. And that row there is new big dwarf. Also sweet scarlet dwarf. And this is rosella crimson. It's a little shorter. Over here is uluru ochre. And somewhere in this mess as well, we have Fred's tie-dye. So I have a little bit of a mix here, but that's the majority of it. This one over here I named, it just sprung up last year in my garden. I named Little Man, and it's got a bunch of flowers on it. I think it only grows like 4 feet tall as well. Got 4 of those. Got a thornless blackberry. Some onions. Down this row I have scallop squash. This is the next takeover by the raspberries. And it's making its way towards the onions. Some weeds in there too. I do have lamb's quarters that I'm trying to pick out of there that I just eat every so often. I have a bunch of strawberries that are flowering or producing in general. And let's see, here and there with the Swiss chard. Got a unique potato this year. It's something from Peru, from a friend of ours. And you're doing some sweet potatoes. Those are called O. Henry. And some 2-foot high, snap peas. That's what they are. And some garlic you'll see here and there as well. This bed I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to try to grow, I got one coming so far. This is the tromboncino squash, which is resistant to the squash vine borer. Got a whole mess of more tomatoes. This is my only Virginia sweets. And then over here we got Oaxacan jewel. And that was a potato leaf variety. All the other Oaxacan jewels are regular leaf tomato, which I find quite strange. I guess there is a variety. Over here I have Green Giant, which crossed with something like a Virginia Sweet. So it has a little bit of yellow in it and mostly green. I'm going to give it a shot this year. Over here we have Pink Princess, which has little tomatoes on it already. And in here we have Chocolate Pear. And over here, this one is tigerella. At least I believe it's tigerella. Got some little tomatoes on it already. We'll see how it does. Got some disease creeping in. It's, blight time here, unfortunately. This here is Stiletz, and it's like anywhere from 2 to 4 foot on height, at least most people say. We'll see how it goes. Over here, cucumber bed. I do have a Japanese variety and some other varieties which I cannot remember at this moment. I have a few tomatoes here I'm giving to my daughter. Some disease crept in there. We'll see if she'll get them this coming weekend. Starting to plant a few flowers this year, more than usual. I'm not sure what that one is. But we do have some petunias growing on the sides. And parsley, cilantro, and basil. And this bed here is, what do you think? Do you think it's kale? I think it's kale, yeah. And this bed has a few odds and ends, a few strawberries from last year, a few green beans the slugs didn't get, and I'm doing just some yellow squash, and that one's called Slick Pick from Johnny's, and Junga Green or Gunja Green or something like that from Johnny's as well. And just a little watermelon and some cantaloupe going on here as well. Some green beans. I went ahead and pulled up away all the straw as I'm using for mulch, just because the sow bugs have really set in and they're just eating up Just eating up. Wow, there's an ant eating a squash bug that I killed. Anyway, they just ate up all my green beans, the sow bugs, pretty much, and slugs. So I've had to douse them with a little bit of 7 and put down some little slug bait that they say it's safe, just so that I can have green beans. Anyway, that's it for now. Until later. Well, wait a minute. I'll show you what's going on in my greenhouse. I have quite the mess. Been working today, as you can tell. Yeah. What have I planted here? Let's see. I got some snapdragons that I'm planting. A little more flowers. And I planted some more kale. This is a Siberian dwarf, which is kind of like blue curled. I planted some more just because the slugs, again, have eaten me out. This is just a little test of begonias, and just kind of see if they root out. Some chives I'm trying to sprout. I got some eggplant that's going crazy. I got an infestation of fungus gnats that I'm going to now start working on killing. I have to use mosquito bits or mosquito bait in order to get rid of these guys. But other than that, some are looking really good and some are looking nearly dead, and that's because of the fungus gnats, those little tiny little flies you might see flying around. They're like laying eggs which are eating the roots, and that's happening probably all over. It's just the big ones that got started probably didn't have as much of an infestation. But yeah, I got a little flower already on there. They look pretty good. I don't have as much flea beetle damage when they're in here, which is great. But keeping my eye on it. Using a little ground cinnamon. I also got some okra. I thought I'd give it a try. I don't know if I really like it, but the vegetables always intrigued me, and so I'll put some in. Maybe it might be a good addition to a bread recipe, along with flax or something, just to help the bread rise. Got this grape from Walmart. It is pretty pathetic, so I'm kind of nursing it back to potentially making it outside. This is like growth inside the store, and so everything is really flimsy and not tough. And I'm going to try to get that on the ground here, outside here in a week or two, and then in the ground. I had some leftover squash, so maybe Amy wants these. I don't know. They look pretty pathetic. But anyway, that's my recent greenhouse addition with certain, plants that you just saw. Other than that, been enjoying this year. And I'm going to show you one more thing here. I'll turn this around. These two little flowering things are, I think they're native to China. And they're really shade loving, which I find quite strange that they look so brilliant. But we had 4 plants last year planted in here, and those 2 survived. So that's good. I had to remove our hydrangeas from the front side of the house, and we've kind of moved them in here for now. They did give them a little fertilizer, and they've been wet and mulched real well, and we're hoping that they will flower and do well in the garden, because they were just simply deer food out in the front. Anyway, I don't have much of any peaches this year because of the frost. Very unfortunate, but I might have one on here, which I can't find, and then a few on my other peach tree over here, and that's it. All because of that frost. Yeah, something like right in there. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.